Hi, welcome to another episode of 5 Business Rules. I'm Nicole Krug, Digital Marketing Strategist with Socialite.
And I'm Monica Jansen, Head Kick-Ass Copywriter and Strategist with Jansen Communications.
And today we are getting you ready for 2023 and talking about some of the hottest trends that are happening in your website. So if you are thinking about a refresh, or maybe if you even know or you want to know if you should refresh your site, here are some of the things that are happening. The very first thing is this idea of illustrative graphics. And this comes from a lot of the diversity movement in the fact that when you have stock photos or things like that, people, even if you are trying to get a mix of diversity in there, it's hard for people to really identify if they don't see themselves in the picture. So if you put more silhouettes, outlines, a graphic, it lets people imagine themselves in the context rather than looking at pictures that don't look like them.
And it's more interesting, right? We can always spot stock photos.
Oh my gosh, yes. I see like women I know across the different websites from the same models.
Exactly. So this will just one little tweak that is more inclusive, but also unique.
Absolutely. And that rolls right into option number 2, which is using typography. Now, typography has been around for a while, but it's the idea of using different colors, fonts, shapes, sizes to make images essentially out of your text so that works as an image, again, in place of stock photos.
Right, exactly. And it's such a small tweak that makes such a huge difference.
Now, this next number 3 is accessibility. And this is going to be kind of funny because what accessibility means is making your website really easy to use for any users, but specifically those that have some kind of disability, be it visually impaired, be it hearing impaired, whatever that is. Now, this has been around for a long time, and if you ever hear, about Target going through a lawsuit because of their accessibility, it means somebody with a disability essentially said, hey, I can't use this site. Right. And so it's been around for a while, but there is a lot of focus that's been coming on it more and more. And this delves into everything of basic good practices, but as well as like getting color, like looking at your color contrast, being able to size the text, really including that in the whole diversity movement is very, I hate to say trendy, but there's a lot of emphasis on it these days.
Yeah, I think it's the awareness, right? It's if you don't know, you don't know. We know now. When you know, you do better.
Okay, so trend number 4 is minimalism. It is the power of white space, being that you set, whether it's the typography that's set apart or your thing, but instead of shoving everything into one, it is using a minimalistic design and being very intentional about the things that you put on your website.
Right, and it makes it easier for anyone, no matter what their abilities, to understand your message and navigate around your website.
And fifth and final, the trend that we're going to talk about today is the idea of asymmetric layouts. Now, at this point, there's so many, I can identify which web platform, whether it's built on Squarespace, whether it's built on Word, some of those of the way, because they're so great, formulaic in the way that you have a square header, a section away, right? That it's very grid. We are going away with that. And some of that is layering elements. Some of that is using triangle shapes as a slash of color instead of a square header. And so as Monica said, it's those little touches that set you apart and say, wow, this is a little different than what I've seen before.
Yeah, or circles. Like think about, that's great with DEI, with diversity, equity, inclusion, right? A circle, everyone's welcome, there's room for everyone. A circle just has so much symbolism.
Yep.
So yeah, that's a great it's a great shape. What's the word? It's a great shape to use on your website.
So, there's a lot of, if you are in need of a revamp, there's always lots of different things you can do, but just kind of sometimes, even if you don't want to redo your whole site, but you switch your header from a square image to have maybe something that has some waves on the bottom, or leads people down the site. Some of those little changes can still refresh and get you in good shape.
Yeah. Sounds good.
So thanks for joining us. If this was helpful, we would love a like or a share, and we will look forward to seeing you next time.
Bye.
Bye.